It's not a record. We're in a rainstorm at the start.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Revelos. My name is Francis, and today I'm headed out to a lake with my buddy Ryan. He's been gracious enough to let me come out with him, and we are gonna get out on his new to him boat and see what we can get on. Got brekkie going on.
Yeah. I don't know, I think we might get rained out, but we're going.
Yeah. So the whole situation is we don't know what the weather truly is until we get there. I told Ryan, I was like, hey, if you want to go someplace closer, we can go someplace closer. He's like, nope, as soon as I turn on the highway, we're going. So that's commitment. And this is fishing. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, then, you know, turn around. So we're just talking, conversing while we're driving here, and we missed the turn, but that's okay. It's close by. It's a great thing about having good conversation. You just get lost in it. So sometimes fishing teaches you more than just catching fish. This trip definitely reminded me of that. I went fishing with my buddy Ryan. We had super high expectations. We thought we knew how the day was going to go, just to make it. We were totally wrong. So Ryan had fished this lake before during the ice fishing season, during the hard water season, and he was very successful. He caught a lot of perch, like big perch, and occasionally a few pretty decent sized pike. He was excited to get out there on the open water. This is the first time for myself on this lake, and this is a new to him boat. Everything pointed to this being a really good day. So the adventure started before we even got there, before we even got to the lake. Normally when Ryan takes this trip to the lake, the roads are pretty frozen solid. They're on like range roads, dirt roads, and it becomes like a one-lane road, and he just knows it very well. But on our way there, the road was severely rutted out. We literally had to like just crawl along to get there. What should have taken like a 20 to 30 minute drive took about an hour and a half. We weren't even fishing yet, but we were already earning it. Still very optimistic, but we figured the fishing would make this worth it. So anyway, you guys, the road's a bit sticky. Was it a good idea to come down this road? Maybe not, but it's an adventure. And that's what today is about, is just straight adventures. And the boat is covered. It is, she dirty.
Dirty, yeah. Yeah, she dirty.
All right, guys, this is the lake we're gonna be at. Just kidding, we're here for a quick pit stop. When we arrived at the lake, we actually had a conversation with one of the caretakers for the campground by this lake. And the caretaker mentioned that fishing was kind of slow. They hadn't seen much in the fish processing area, nothing of size at least. And the caretaker also mentioned that there was carp funneling in from the river systems into the lake. I'm no fishing expert. I just like to fish. Ryan is a pretty seasoned fisherman, so he was very optimistic still. And in our heads, we're just like, yeah, we're gonna catch some fish today. So we were off fishing. We started searching different areas, different spots. Ryan had a few in mind that we checked out. All right, guys, we're out in the water here. This is the first time I've been out this open water season. And like I said, Ryan's gracious enough to let me out here, come with him. Just chilling today. Hopefully get on some fish. We were actively looking for fish, and then eventually Ryan caught one small perch. Got a nibble?
Oh, hey, buddy. I'm on the board, buddy. I'm on the board. We're on the board. It's not a record. We're in a rainstorm at the start.
I had a couple nibbles, but nothing over the water. Captain says we have to move because, yeah, we're not getting much over there. He got a perch, that's about it. But we're just out here Trying to get on some fish, man. It's just nice to be out again. She's looking a tad bit dark back there, yeah? The weather, it couldn't make up its mind. It was cold, Ryan was in ice fishing gear, I was in insulated bibs. It was rainy, I had to put a raincoat on. And then all of a sudden it was sunny and I had to take my raincoat off. Jackets came on, jackets came off. Other than snow, it felt like we experienced every single season in one day. And the more you fish and you're not actually actively catching fish, the more it makes you think, right? You think about what happened. And then the caretaker did say that there's a invasive species now, there's carp in the lake now, and lakes change, landscapes change, fish populations change, conditions change. What worked before may not work now. Maybe the lake wasn't how Ryan remembered it from the winter time. But anyway, at the end of the day, I was skunked. Even Ryan was getting really frustrated. He's just like, I thought this lake would produce. And he wanted more than anything to get me on fish. And I told him, I was like, it's no sweat. This is fishing. Ryan's disappointed because I didn't get on any fish or anything like that. He's like, I tried my hardest, but in all honesty, like, it is what it is. It's fishing, man. Like, I'm glad to be out here. I got some fresh air. It's nice to just be able to get out. And I appreciate this guy getting me out here. And yeah, man, like I said, just an awesome day on the lake. Had some fun. He caught that perch, so good for him. I'm just kidding. So probably one of the first lessons I learned from not just this trip, but a lot of quote unquote failed attempts or failed fishing trips is that expectations don't catch fish. Just because a place was good before doesn't mean it'll be good today. Fish don't care about your plans. Fishing definitely has a way of humbling you. And in all honesty, it goes back to that old saying, this is fishing, not catching. Lesson number 2, things change, lakes change, seasons change, fish move, fish swim, patterns change. The more I fish, the more I realize, the more I'm learning. When I'm fishing, I'm always learning. You never really have it fully figured out. Lesson 3, the journey is part of the story. The rough roads, the changing weather, the boat ride, the conversations. Looking back, those are probably the things I'm gonna remember most, not the fish. I guess plain and simple, the fish just weren't there, so. Lesson 4, expectations can ruin a good day. This was the big one for me. I was expecting big perch, I was expecting big pike. We were expecting action. Instead, one small perch out of a lot of effort, a skunk, just brutally tough fishing. But at the end of the day, we're on the water, in a boat, we were exploring somewhere new, I was spending the day outdoors, and I was hanging out with a homie. For me, that's a pretty good day. Lesson 5. Fishing is a lot like life. You make plans, you think you know how things are gonna go, then things change, you adapt, you learn, you keep moving forward. And sometimes the lesson is worth more than the result. So on the journey home, Ryan said that we would try another route that he knows is a little bit more, I guess, more well maintained. It wasn't. It may have actually have been worse. At this point, I think the universe was committed to teaching us some lessons. Didn't catch much, got skunked, weather was all over the place, roads were rough, the fishing wasn't what we expected. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Because some of the best fishing trips aren't the ones where you catch like the most or the biggest fish. They're the ones that leave you with the best stories and some of the best lessons. Anyways, you guys, that was my first trip of the open water season. Glad you guys could come along. We'll catch you on the next one.